From the Bob Mills Weather Center, meteorologist Andrew Adams.
Still waiting on the fair to open. We got a nice day ahead for the last day of the fair. That's going to be great. And then eventually we'll move our Mathis Brothers cam on our Pike Pass Skycam network once the fair's all busted down. But that has been a lovely last 10 days or so, and lovely right now, 68. Current temperature out at Will Rogers. Elsewhere around central Oklahoma, we're in the low 60s, 61 in El Reno, 63 right now in Norman, and some mid-60s as well. So pretty comfortable early on. The coolest we are in the state is out in the Panhandle, some 50s on the board, but for the large part, 70s and 60s right now. We will warm up this afternoon to the 80s, even some 90s to the south, but a north wind is going to start kicking into gear, now gusting 10 miles per hour in Guthrie, 12 in Kingfisher. The winds will pick up a little bit through the afternoon, 15 to 25 miles per hour, and that's going to be some dry air behind this cold front. That is definitely going to be a treat. We're going to be warm the next 9 days, but we're going to be much drier. That is going to be some nice air, all because of this strong upper level low pressure system, which has a big impact on down here in the Caribbean. Still spinning is Ian. Now a hurricane warning for Grand Cayman, hurricane watch for the western peninsula of Cuba. So something very important to watch. And you notice it never really took that early north kick like some models had it when we had that tropical storm watch yesterday morning for Jamaica. So it stayed south, but it is getting ready to take a sharp turn north. Right now, a 50-mile-per-hour storm moving to the west-northwest. We'll see it move more to the northwest and then north as we go through the next several days. One thing that's changed in the models, though, a more westward shift compared to the last several days. Now, it's not on here, it's not in this collection of model data, but the European model still actually does have it on that more easterly track straight into the southwest Florida peninsula or toward the Tampa area. So that's definitely within the realm of possibilities, but overall the westward shift is a nicer sign for the Florida Gulf Coast. Still going to be some impacts with the storm not too far offshore, and definitely a strengthening storm with that westward shift and maybe not intermingling with Cuba. That'll make for a stronger storm as well. Category 2 by tomorrow afternoon. Maybe it misses Cuba, maybe it doesn't. Either way, that's not a lot of land interaction. And Category 4 by the time it gets into the Gulf. 1 a.m. Wednesday, looking at a 140-mile-per-hour storm. Really strong by that point. And then the question becomes, where's it going to go? Does it stay out in the Gulf Thursday overnight, or does it make landfall in Florida? That's in the realm of possibility still. Or as it stays over the Gulf, does it go toward the Great Bend or the Florida Peninsula? That will all shake it out over the next few days and has everything to do. You remember that upper level system I was talking about a second ago with the cold front that's helping us out? Where this exactly is going to set up. Is this going to move a little bit more to the east? That would help Ian move a little bit more to the east, or is it going to stay closer to where it is, or maybe just a nudge to the west? That would make Ian move to the west. It can't go too far to the west, though, because we got a high over us, and it can't go too far to the east. There's a large high pressure system over the Atlantic. So that'll be something to watch pretty closely as we go through the next several days. It's not going to impact us, though, but if you have family and friends in Florida, it will be something to keep a very close eye on for them. Our cool down kind of looks nice, but we're still going to be above average. Much chillier air is going to be to the northeast. We are looking dry as we go through the next several days and begin October on Saturday, which is crazy to think about. And yeah, warmer than average. When I say that, I mean about 5 to even 10 degrees warmer than we should be, which is the low 80s and upper 70s for this time of year. So not exactly cool, but at least we're going to feel nice. Humidity today, it's going to drop through the floor, and that's going to be some nicer feeling air. We'll be in the 80s this afternoon, but with that nice feeling air, no heat index to worry about at all. Winds out of the north and northeast, 87 our high in Oklahoma City this afternoon, 90s to the south along the Red River, and some low 80s up in the northwest. That north breeze will continue as we go through the overnight period and we fall back into the low 60s and even some low 50s to the north. Could see some 40s sprinkle in the Panhandle. And then I think statewide a much nicer feeling day tomorrow. Both today and tomorrow a lot of sunshine, but tomorrow 83 Oklahoma City and some low to mid 80s even along the Red River as we hold on to that north wind for another day. Before we start to see that wind turn back out of the south, we will be warm, but comfortably warm. Begin October, though. We'll notice a little bit of a warming trend as we go through next weekend into next Monday.